What's going on, people? Welcome. Hello. Whoa.
What happened?
Nothing. I'll tell you about it later. Hello. We'll come to the super chats later. That's already
hello.
getting started. We don't want to start with super chats though.
Okay.
As much as we appreciate them, we want to start by saying hello to everyone. Welcome back.
Especially hello to that guy.
Welcome
or
back.
girl. You know, whatever. Yeah, that's all good.
Welcome back to Laymen Live, Laymen's weekly dump. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you very much for joining us. We are live every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Australia time. That's right. We don't sleep in on weekends. For you.
Sunday we do though. Sunday we do.
I can't sleep in anymore because we just get up early every day, basically.
I love sleeping. I'm not one of those people. You know those people like, no, I wake up every morning at like 6 o'clock, so I just always wake up early. No!
Is that like your Karen?
It's can I speak to the manager? And I always love to sleep in. Everyone loves to sleep in. So what have we been doing? Okay, now what have you been playing this week? I downloaded Crucible. I have not played it yet.
I have also downloaded Crucible. I played the tutorials with a few characters.
Yeah,
there's like one character that's just Soldier 76, by the way.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Like, It's just... That's him, man. He's just Soldier 76.
I don't want to cast judgment. I've only literally watched gameplay, but I looked at the gameplay. I'm like, oh, this doesn't look fun. You know, it doesn't look fun.
Well, we will come back to this point because we do want to talk a little about Crucible. But yes, have downloaded it, have played tutorials, nothing else. I played a lot of Deep Rock Galactic this week, which I think you might actually enjoy. To be honest with you, you should probably download it.
Okay,
it's really chilled out co-op shooter fun. I recommend it. I'm doing a review this week. We got a copy of Maneater, the shark game.
Yes, we did.
But we haven't played it yet.
And we did, of course, Minecraft Dungeons. We did that
Dungeons.
We did that too. We loved.
Which we loved.
We did unanimously. The Layman didn't agree with SkillUp's opinion, but ultimately we thought it was a great game, everybody. Not really.
And love you, Microsoft. Thank you very much.
And we have some exciting stuff to play in the coming weeks too. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Are you talking about the copy of Cyberpunk that we got sent, Sam?
Oh, no, I'm talking about NAC 3.
I told you not to mention that.
I'm talking about NAC 3.
To keep that on the DL.
Sorry, my bad.
Come on now, please.
It's the PS5 that we got, guys.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. So, guys, I hope you've all been having a fantastic week. We do the live show every week. We cover all the news items that we didn't get to cover throughout the week, and anything maybe too small slipped in under the radar. Holy shit.
Slipped in.
That's right.
Okay. Nice, oh, my God. All right.
So we also take super chats, and it looks like they're already popping off pretty large.
Well,
we've got two here. We've got one from Darian Viva for $50. Been tuning in for about a year now, and you're all the best around. That's a lie. You take that back. Can't get this mixture of laughs and game stuff anywhere else. Just want to say thanks and keep up the excellent work, my dude. P.S. Killer music, Sam, fellow musician. Don't encourage him, please. Don't.
Thank you very much for that donation. You are a good dude, and we've also got a love heart for $2.
Thank you very much. And Robert Maroney with $100. That's just...
Thank you very much. The other guy deserves a clap too.
Actually, both deserve claps.
Both deserve a clap.
That is unnecessary. Have you seen that viral Twitch clip of that streamer lady? And she's like, $5? How do you have hours to watch me, but not $5? I
haven't seen that.
So funny. And then it smash cuts to this New Zealand dude, right?
Yeah.
And he's like Maori guy, and he's like, he does wood carving streams. He's like the most wholesome dude.
Yeah.
And it hard cuts to him being like, oh, did someone give some subs? He's like, can I give that money back? And everyone's like, give this man all the subs! Oh my God!
See, that's the strat, you see.
So funny.
That's the strat. He's like, oh, what? And then everyone just gives him $1 billion.
His name's like Brox or something, and he's just the most wholesome dude.
It sounds like Brock. Isn't Brox the name of the rock guy?
No,
in
that's
Ragnarok?
Korg.
Korg, sorry.
That's
Korg.
Right. But everyone was just spamming Korg memes after that as well.
Of course. So
no, he honestly just talked like that. It was just one of those.
It's the most endearing way to talk.
Yeah, it's you just want to give him a big hug.
It looks like a giant.
But then he would also crush you if he hugged you back. Do you know what I mean? Right. So that's it. Anyway, so look, thank you very much for the super chats. Very, very generous. Speedy Gonzalez with £2. Hey, Convicts, Pommy here. Stadia is still going. Yes, it is. We will come to that story
about that today.
So yes.
So firstly, we've been playing a lot of Fortnite as usual.
Of course,
all the people that watch us know that is our go-to game.
Sure.
And that's where I'm going to go now to see the next upcoming, trailers for big up-and-coming movies. Okay, especially Christopher Nolan. Now, this is actually a bit of a weird precedent that they are setting, but Christopher Nolan is going to be actually showing his next trailer for his next film called Tenet. Now, it's like very Have you seen the trailer of it? It looks
I actually haven't seen the trailer yet.
It's kind of Inception-ish, where like looks like time gets messed with and stuff, and things go like they reverse time or whatever. That's what I've seen from the clip. Looks very cool. But what a way to do it! What, you're playing Fortnite, you look at the sky and you just
No, because what they have
see,
they have in Fortnite now, so like a party mode, it's called, and it's basically just to play. Like you just hang out in. I think it's basically just hanging out in the game lobby kind of match area.
I see.
I actually haven't stepped into.
Oh,
it.
like PUBG? You mean like when you're waiting for players to come in?
Look, I'm not exactly sure what the space is. All I know, it's a space where you're not shooting each other, you're just hanging out.
Yeah,
Well, you can
sure.
shoot each other, but the point is to not like win the battle royale game. It's like a
deathmatch
space
thing.
to hang out, whatever.
Yeah, cool.
So anyway, they're going to be playing. Christopher Nolan's new trailer is I think it's already debuted there, and also he's going to be showing his film in Fortnite. Did you know this?
What?
They're going to be in the summer. He's actually showing his film in Fortnite.
Holy shit!
Can you believe this?
Man,
I mean,
that is such a good way. It's just weird, but like it's good weird. Like I've never imagined, apart from when Street Fighter started cramming ads. Remember that? I never thought we would be seeing full feature films in games. But you know what? It might be a really cool marketing ploy for Christopher Nolan because so many people play it, and a new audience that would have never maybe checked out his movies. And heaps of people will. Heaps of people are going to jump on Fortnite. It's a win-win.
From the Dark Knight to Fortnite.
Yes.
Tennis. It's like
Fortnite continuously rising.
Would you say, Sam, that he's lived long enough to become the villain?
Not yet. Not until we see a bad movie.
No, that's true.
We will one day see that bad movie.
He has not made a bad movie yet.
I don't think he's actually made a single bad movie. Inception, terrible.
Yeah, really
hated that.
That's right. Have you seen Memento?
No, actually.
Oh, bro.
I've got to watch that.
See that shit. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure that's Christopher Nolan. It'd be pretty embarrassing if it isn't.
No,
anyway.
it's Steven Spielberg. Alright,
So anyway, guys, now you need to download Fortnite. I think we'll actually have to download Fortnite.
To experience this, we have to.
And I think that we could do it, but we'll get copyright struck on our channel if we play it.
Look, you know what? I'm willing to accept that.
I am also willing to.
If I can
take
just,
the pain.
So let's do it.
Nice, Sam.
Nice.
William Day Shamon with $76
and 69
cents. Very
my
classy.
Man, my man.
Greetings from Radelaide. Love your videos. I always found them very informative, hilarious, always worthy watch. Was wondering what are your thoughts on the current state of Destiny 2?
I played it for a few months.
I have not played it in a long time. So basically, I know right now that they're making some big changes to the cash shop, making that a lot better. But I know a lot of people are just really bored of Destiny right now, and they're kind of like, we need some other shit. They should be pretty soon announcing their next major content drop, because like this time of the year is like in June is when they do it. But I don't expect big things for that. They haven't been kind of like teasing anything about that. I don't know.
I wonder if the whole COVID thing has got in the way of,
also that they are working from home
and
whatever at the moment for sure.
Yeah, I wonder.
So yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, look, I definitely want to go back to Destiny for the major updates, but as a reviewer, I don't have time to play any live service games. It makes me really sad. I would love to be playing Final Fantasy 14 and Destiny 2 on the reg. I just don't have time.
Gone are the days when Ralph would be like, check out this gun in Division. It's just not you're not able to do that anymore.
It's not possible.
So,
anyway.
But again, thank you very much for the $76 and 69 cents.
We appreciate it. Guys,
Speaking of, I don't know, segue money.
Beautiful, Sam.
Civilized.
Masterclass segue. You've got to go straight to a current affair. That's where you need to...
Tracy Grimshaw, move over.
That's
okay.
right.
Now, Civilized. Okay, well, we should start with Epic Games. Now has this new strategy that they're obviously implementing, right? Last week you could get GTA 5.
That's not new, this strategy.
I've never seen Epic Games do this.
Giving away free games.
I don't doubt GTA 5 and stuff. That's
so
massive.
all the PC Master Race right now are like, oh, we're so proud of you, Sam. You never downloaded the Epic Games launcher.
No,
they have been giving away games from like the day dot.
Oh, I'm talking but they gave like little games, right? Like this is actually
they've given away some decent
triple
games.
A big titles.
I agree. This is the biggest.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I remember before. Yes, there was a few bits and pieces, whatever. But this is for me like a real okay, this is a stratospheric different change if they're going to be giving away GTA 5, which they did last week up until yesterday or whatever, and they've replaced it immediately now with you can now get Civilization 6 for free.
It's not bad.
I mean, if they continued to just do that every week, they would actually own half the market, because I'm going to just get everything on Epic Games.
Oh, God.
I know. People are going
to get so mad.
Yeah, but...
I actually tweeted this out, and then people were like, that price is still too high.
Yeah, of course.
They're
like... No, but you're like... I mean, you got to admit, it's pretty pro-consumer, dude. Like, they're giving it away for free for you to download something that's a free, a free store. So I have to take my hat off in that regard. It's costing, obviously, Epic a lot of money to do that. And, of course, the end game is to get people on their platform. I just hope they continue. Because if I can get 100 games out of Epic Games without buying a single game, I'll do that.
I remember seeing a headline that Epic has given away like £1,700 worth of free games, which is probably like nearly $3,000 worth of free games, which I think is sounds about right, given the value of them. So there you go, guys. Epic Games bad, however, they give you free games. So it's an eternal dilemma, okay? You decide for yourself. But the point of this story is, if you want Civilization 6 for free, you can go and get it right now. Just download the Epic Games launcher.
Have you played
Download the spyware.
Yes, of course.
I haven't played a proper Civ since Civ 4.
I don't think I've ever played
Civ 5, maybe. I think I played a little bit of Civ 5, not Civ 6. I actually bought it on Switch, but didn't end up playing it. So.
Oh, that's right. It did come out recently, didn't it?
Yeah. But I think it was like a different version. So anyway, guys, we've got some super chats. We've got who we got here. We've got
I still don't know what that currency is. Oh, Zendru.
I'm pretty sure that's Polish. Is that Slotty? Is it Polish Slotty? Is that a thing? Did I get that right? I probably got... Zendru, welcome back. I've also seen Nacho in the chat. Welcome back, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Morning, mates. Hope you had another good week. Get a chance to check out the Ghost of Tsushima gameplay yet. You know what?
I watched half of it.
I haven't actually watched it. I heard about the wind blowing.
The wind is actually really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen it in games before.
No, it has been.
It has?
Metro Exodus has the same thing, where the lighter of Artyom, the character, when he takes out his lighter, the flame will flicker in the direction.
That's a good idea, yeah. I didn't know if anyone else had done that, but you guys have probably seen it, like the wind will whoosh past you and that's where you're supposed to go. It looked fantastic, but I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I am excited to play that game.
I am very pumped. That's not far off, that game either. So
July?
July.
I think it's July.
That's not far. So
no.
Maverick Taylor, $20. Sorry, but this is a question for last episode. I couldn't ask my question enough. Do you think EA will revisit Medal of Honor with someone like Vince on the team? Maybe that's the new FPS that they're working on. They are actually doing a Medal of Honor VR game at the moment.
I don't know if it's going to be a gimmicky thing or a fully fledged game.
I don't think this isn't just like a 1 hour tech demo thing. I get the impression it's a proper game. Whether or not they'll go full on, hey, we're going to make this compete with Cold or Battlefield, I don't know. They tried that a few years back, and what was it? I forget what it was called. I think it was actually just called Medal of Honor. Like, they just rebooted it, called it Medal of Honor, and it really bombed out hard. So.
I'm surprised because Medal of Honor was like the game early 2000s. In terms of like, war experience, that was the game. I do think if they actually went back to the drawing board and tried to make something, the IP is strong enough for them to try and return to that.
I still remember blowing my load the first time I saw the Normandy landing.
Yeah.
I was just like...
That was incredible.
How did you do this?
Yeah. So. And looking around, everyone's terrified and shaking. Like, it was really good for 2001 or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, guys, one more Epic Games bad story, except the twist is Epic Games good. Epic Games will offer you price difference refund for recent purchases which go on sale. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, look,
this is okay. You got to hats off, man. You got to call it when this is really actual proper, like, pro-consumer stuff here, okay?
If you walked into a store, right? Let's just say you walked into Sears, right, or something. No, because
Sears?
That's an American
You're Australian!
Right? No,
mate,
Sears,
we have Target here for now.
Yes,
we're about to lose them,
We're losing 150 stores.
Target is just going...
you walk in and you bought a toaster. I always use the toaster reference, right?
That's right, okay.
Yeah, I bought a toaster, now it's on sale for 50% off. Give me 50% back. They'll be like, go fuck yourself. Like, that's not a thing. To do this... Very, very cool. Now, this is what they're doing now. It's quite recent, a few days or something?
It was this week. This was this year.
Ultimately, what they're doing is if you've purchased a game, I don't know if it's within a time window, but if it goes on sale, they are going to give you a partial refund back, which is pretty cool.
That's really good, man. And like, there is a sale at the moment. We're not. Everyone's going to think we're like Epic shills, whatever. Like,
have you guys spam
here's our creator code. You know what I mean? No, but like, they do have a sale on right now, and so people. The reason this no, but like, the reason that this was discovered was because there is a sale on at the moment, and then people like started getting these emails being like, "Hey, this game you just bought just went on sale. Here's the money back." And it's kind of like, well, you really didn't have to do that. That's a good move.
Exactly.
I know Epic Games bad. I know, we understand people. We get it, but at the same time, we've got to call out the good stuff they do.
That's the thing. I mean, like, it's all well and good they sit there and go, Epic Games bad all the time, but like, when they do something good, you've got to give them a pat on the back, because if they continue to do that because they see a good reaction, we're all going to benefit.
For sure. Hopefully Steam then fires back with something like this. Probably not. though.
I mean, like,
they're like, Gaiman's like,
they've been on the front foot, man. They do everything now that Steam is, that Epic's doing, like, you know, the same splits to devs and all that kind of stuff.
Forzathon with 100 Polish zloty.
I think it's Witcher dollars.
It is Witcher dollars. Cyberpunk Limited Edition Xbox One is pretty cheap at $2,000, not a typo. And here we thought the Xbox One X will be cheaper leading into next gen. I have seen that headline. It is false. They did issue a clarification to say that the Cyberpunk Xbox One X is not $2,000.
It's $19.99.
That's
right. But, I mean, there's no way in hell that would be that much.
No. That's not on brand for CD Projekt Red to do that. So don't worry, you won't have to pay $2,000 for that. Aiden Shepard is back. Welcome back, Aiden. $24.99. Love the Hunt review. It really is such an excellent take on the Battle Royale genre. Too bad it runs more like Hunt 76 on the PS4 Pro. Had to stop playing because the frame rate texture issue probably was so bad. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. I played on PC, so I didn't have any of those issues, but I'm very sorry to hear that. It's a shame, because Hunt is awesome.
Try and pronounce that next name.
Exul. Oh, that name.
Yeah.
Uptim, there's a Russian name here that we don't know how to pronounce.
We don't know how to say it.
But we thank you very much for the 100 rubles, however you say your name. Apologies. Exul with £2. So, Ralph, the big Sony pony, come back to Final Fantasy XIV. One day I will.
Do you play? No, you don't play on PlayStation. You play on PC.
I play on PC, yeah. But I do play with people who play on PlayStation. And I didn't even know that. I was playing this game for hundreds of hours with people, and then I'm like, blah, 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 and then like, oh yeah, my controller's broken. What do you mean controller? And they're like, oh yeah, I play on PlayStation. I'm like, what the fuck? How? You know what I mean? So, this crossplay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Buy my mixtape for $5. Hey guys, I know the Aussie dollar took a hit. That Emu Aftermath is really hurting you guys. What is that dollar right now? It's like 55 cents.
No, it's $1.64. Oh, sorry, 64 cents, yeah.
Oh, that's actually
around that
now. I thought.
It did go back up. So.
Sure.
Anyway,
guys, good news. The video game that all the content creators are thirsty for is coming very soon. I'm talking, of course, about Valorant. It's launching in June. On June 2nd, you will be able to play Valorant hopefully everywhere, because we don't have even the test in Australia yet.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to do regional releases, right? That's not really a thing now, apart from like maybe some Japanese games, right? Like we never see or something. But like, you know, it's all going to come out at the same time. I do think this is going to be a tsunami in terms of.
Reckon?
Oh, I just think there's so many. Well, I think there's a number of factors. Number one, Fortnite. I understand it's gigantic, but a lot of these creators, you know, they're wanting something new, so they're going to jump on this train, and they also believe this to be potentially the next thing. So naturally, there's going to be all sorts of Twitch players and YouTubers covering this stuff. And if it lands well and it's really well received, I don't see why this would not be a big contender for the next craze, you know?
Well, I mean, okay, personally, just my external take, because I haven't played the game, right? I've seen a lot of content creators jump on it and be like, this is it, man, this is my life, I'm going to do it. And then like 2 weeks later, they're like, no, I'm done. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen content creators go through that arc in that time. Like, really go full hell for leather on Twitch or on YouTube, and then it just didn't get the traction they wanted, and then they moved on.
But so it's not out yet, I don't...
No, I know, I get that. I don't know, personally, whether or not this is the next big thing. I know a lot of content creators really want it to be the next big thing, but I don't like watching it, by the way. That's another thing.
That is actually, look, aesthetically, see, like, League of Legends, right? Aesthetically looks so nice. It's so pleasing, you know? Like, this is nice... But there's some, I actually agree with you. I can't put my finger on it, but it's not... I mean, I don't know. Maybe I love Overwatch. I can just watch Overwatch for hours.
I can't watch Overwatch either.
I can watch Overwatch for hours. But this one, I didn't sit there and watch, 25-minute gameplay clips. I'd look at it for maybe 2 minutes and move on. But again, I do think that there's, I think all the chips are lined up for this to be pretty successful if it lands well, based on how many big-time Twitch people are going to give this a red-hot go.
Well, I think that's the point. I think they already have given it a red-hot go, and some of them are doing okay with it. Some of them are not. I mean, look, I'm personally looking forward to it. I think it looks cool. I think I'm definitely going to give it a go. It's not the kind of game I think I'll know life and just be like, cool, I play Valorant now. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think it looks like a really fun game that I'm interested in. But yeah, anyway, so it's coming out June 2nd, guys. It's going to be free to play, obviously, with like all the cosmetic microtransactions, etc., etc. So
it is free to play, isn't it? It has to be that way.
Anyway, guys, our top story for today.
The thumbnail story.
Did you know that Stadia still exists? It's big news, guys. I promise you, we're not making it up. Stadia is still here. And it seems like they're now going to be investing even more in exclusives. They did have exclusives in the past, such as Orcs Must Die?
Orcs Must Die, a massive game, huge.
Wasn't there one other?
Yes, there is.
There was one other, right? I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was called.
Okay, but this is a game that you might have actually heard of, And what's happening with this game is that Serious Sam 4 is coming to Stadia and PC on the same day. But because it's on Stadia, they're not releasing it on PS4 or Xbox until 2021. So they've signed an exclusive deal with Stadia that prohibits them from releasing on consoles.
So it's not coming out till 2021.
Yes, okay, exactly.
I'm
right.
not going to play the beta.
How are you playing it early? It's not even out yet.
See, I should have done this story, and then Ralph could have been like, "Oh, you serious, Sam?"
Correct.
That would have been better.
Correct.
But we didn't do it. But look, they are doubling down on this, and they continue to do it. But look, it does seem like they're not getting giant titles for exclusivity.
No.
Orcs Must Die, I didn't even know what that was. You know, I know a lot of people might like it, but I didn't know what it was. Serious Sam, sure, we've all heard of it before. Is it a blockbuster AAA? I don't know.
I remember when I worked in games retail when I was like 17 years old or 18, and I remember Serious Sam being on the shelves. And even back then, no one cared about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was a long time ago. I'm stunned that Serious Sam is still around, firstly.
Number one, it's a shit name. Like it is.
It's
like,
a Sam is
Sam
a really shit name, okay? Really crap. And I'm like, well, I just don't understand. Like, if they wanted to rebuild the brand of this franchise, right? Why would you go through the decision of not releasing it on major consoles? Like, why would you do that? It just seems like such a short-termist view. Because, like, yeah, you get a bit of cash from Stadia. No one uses Stadia. No one wants to use it. And then you miss out on all the sales on PS4 or Xbox. Like, this just doesn't make any sense to me.
What is this art? This is not... What is this art?
This is the Serious Sam art.
This looks like Doom.
Well, this guy looks...
Oh my god, that guy looks like Doom.
I think, though, that they have actually had him in the past from memory. I could be wrong about
Maybe
that.
that's like a mythical character that we, you know...
But, like, the characters in Serious Sam have always looked like this. Whether or not it's closer to Doom now, I don't know. But they definitely always looked
I mean, the guy on the right looks like he's taking the piss, you know? Like
he does look like he's
looks
like you shoot those guys,
the piss,
and then
there's like octopus helicopter thing.
Where's the Marauder? Let's find him, guys.
Yeah.
You know, everyone. Anyway, we don't talk about the Marauder around here.
We do not.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's Serious Sam, guys. It's coming to a Stadia near you if you have the internets. And I guess the frustrating thing about this is that, like, well, you know. Obviously, we have PCs, so we could play it if we wanted to. But if we didn't, then we just couldn't play this game because we live in Australia. Stadia doesn't exist here. It's probably not ever going to exist here. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So, like, we just miss out on it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there is going to be some games in the future, I'm sure, that a lot of people are excited for. It comes out with some press release saying it's only for Stadia. And you live in, you know, Uganda or something, you know, and you can't... You know what? They have better internet.
They probably have better internet than Australia does,
We've said this so many times. It's so true.
Name any country on the planet, and it will have better internet than Australia.
New Zealand has better internet.
No, New Zealand has excellent internet.
It's like, how? Like, they're further away from everyone. Like, what's going on there?
That's true.
Anyway, so I think there's going to be a lot of people that in Australia that are going to see a game in the future that they can't play because it's on Stadia. Serious Sam, I don't think anyone's going to lose sleep over that.
No one cares. No one cares about Sam.
No one gives a shit about Sam. But, you know, Red Dead 3. Can you imagine that?
There will be one day a game that comes along on Stadia as an exclusive that we actually care about.
Yeah.
And then it will be like, what the hell, man? Like, it's going to be really shitty.
Yeah.
So, look, the Stadia is still around, right? They are always announcing new games coming out. They are always announcing new studios opening up, new partnerships. Like, every week there's some ground being made from an investment perspective. I'm not seeing any ground being made from a player count perspective. I'm not hearing numbers from Stadia being like, this month we onboarded another 1 million players. No, it's just not a
They
thing,
only
right?
do that, of course, when they know it is a successful number.
Sure.
Like, you know, of course, yeah. Like Xbox Game Pass. Like, you know, we know clearly what those numbers are because they are confident in those numbers.
For sure.
You know, I don't think we'll ever know what Stadia numbers are because they don't want to tell. You know,
That's right. It's like the way Blizzard hasn't released.
I was going to say that
subscriber counts for
World of Warcraft 2011, like 18 million players. Next minute, I don't know how many people are playing. They don't want to tell
Stop
us.
asking.
They don't want to tell us.
Why would we tell you that? You know,
yeah, all 400 people.
Okay, so
There's
guys,
a lot of super chats.
There's a few super chats. This is speaking of Nolan, says Holland Rocks for $5. Have you seen the recent Total War Warhammer DLC trailer? Elf Batman versus Goblin Mad Max vibes. I have not seen that Total War Warhammer trailer. I've seen that getting reviewed around, and it's getting good raps. But
okay, cool.
no, I have not, my man. Jeffrey Candalo with $5 Canadian, I think. Hey there, mates. In the process of studying for a test. Love hearing you in the background. My friend, you should turn us off and focus, okay?
Keep
You're
us
never
on.
going to become a doctor when you have us in the background. No,
We make you smarter,
don't
okay?
listen to Sam.
All right. We should make a podcast.
Matthew O'Brien for $10. I hope Anthem 2.0 announces that it's a Stadia exclusive.
It's so
It will be
good.
the most 2020 move yet. I actually totally agree with that. That is a great
You seen
call.
those 2020 memes at the moment?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen
you
all
know,
those, yeah.
You're like, what I
Oh, the
expect-
best one. Yeah, it's like what I expected,
Yeah.
and then 2020.
Someone did a photo of Steve Irwin holding a crocodile,
Oh,
and
that's
the next
too
one,
much.
and everyone destroyed this person.
Yeah, we don't joke
There
about
was not
that.
a single person. They were like, haha, that's funny. Everyone was like, too far, bro.
The best one I saw was 2020. My plans, and it's Chun-Li in like charging up her like super.
Yeah.
And then the other frame was 2020, and it's Ken from Evo Moment 36. Just like you know how.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So
Daigo, I think
37.
his
Sorry,
name was?
Daigo 37.
Yeah.
So
Far out. That
that
is
was
still-
it. Was the best of all of those. I was like, this one wins. Thank you
I
very
think that's the
much.
best moment in video game history. Like, it really is.
Every time I watch it, I still like.
I literally.
And I'm not even a fighting game fan.
Chills.
And even then, I'm like, holy shit. And the
Yeah,
other one is
yeah.
the Faker Z Outplay, which you'll know what that is if you watch League of Legends. Don't worry, you'll know the one. Guys, let's keep moving with the news. What else we got? Sam. Okay, here's a question,
Okay,
Sam.
here
Tell
we
me
go.
what you think about this, okay? The last Naughty Dog, okay? There's a new feature on Twitter, okay?
We've been seeing it a lot. I was introduced by to this feature by Twitter releasing a tweet saying,
yeah.
reply if you want to be verified. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, sick, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
I want that blue check mark.
why can't I do this?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
can't I become part of the blue check army?
That's right. So then all the people can make the memes, and you're
Yeah,
like,
of
please
course.
speak a bit more slowly. I have a blue check mark, you know. So okay, here's a question. They've got this new feature on Twitter now where you can put out a tweet, but you can disable replies. Okay, so you just say something, and then no one can say anything back. So like all these people are saying, reply to this tweet if you want $1,000.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, yeah.
So Naughty Dog has put out tweets for The Last of Us 2. And they are disabling replies to those tweets.
This is the same thing as if a YouTuber comes out and disables comments. I'm like, oh.
Which is actually another thing that they have done where they put out videos and they disable comments.
I just like, come on, dude. No one appreciates that.
Yeah.
I've never jumped on a YouTube video. I'm like, I'm so glad that they actually didn't let me comment. Like, it's not a thing, you know? Like, it's so dumb.
It's not a thing.
And to try and control the narrative or control anything, people just get pissed. So look, this is what they're doing now with The Last of Us, because A, they're getting a lot of abuse. And B, they probably want to control spoilers, right? But that's ultimately why they've done this. I'm sure we're going to see more and more people do this. I just hope this doesn't become a trend where like people, corporations and stuff just are so terrified of, the community in general posting something that may go viral that they just kind of extinguish any ability to do that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's look, I get that they're trying to control spoilers. I get that, right? But that horse has bolted, man.
100%.
It's out the fucking gate.
And the thing is, if people want to find out spoilers, I literally just have to put in like, Last of Us, golfing game or
Putt,
something.
putt, putts.
Putting challenge. You know what I'm saying?
why has no one made
Yes.
the putting?
Challenge.
Anyway, we're getting into
can't go
spoilers.
there.
Someone needs to do Lee Carvello.
Exactly.
Please, it is Lee
Yeah.
Carvello Part 2.
Yeah. Anyway, so look, that's I think it's a shit thing to do.
I agree. Look, as I said, I get that they're trying to control spoilers, but it's too late for that now. I think that they just need to put out their game and not try and control the narrative or whatever. Like, it's not helping them. Look, obviously it's a beat up with a lot of what people say and how they say it. We get that. But at the same time, Sony and Naughty Dog just need to be confident enough in what they've produced and just, like, put it out there. And, like, haters gonna hate, sure, but, like, just don't do that. Don't, like, try and control people and what they say. Like, it's not good.
Exactly. Like, I mean, yes, we are big fans of God of War and Corey, and I just feel like, we don't know what he would do, but like, I just, if this happened, I'm sure Corey would be like, oh, that sucks, but we are confident in our product, we love what we've produced, and if it's out there, whatever, man, we're proud of it, And I don't think that a lot of other developers would go down the route of like, oh no, quickly make everything stop, Once it's out, you just gotta like own that and just move forward with that.
For sure. Guys, let's we got some super chats here. Trench Food. Hi, I'm Trench Food, but then again, aren't we all? That's deep.
I like that,
and dark.
Man. That makes sense, man.
I like it, man. Thank you very much.
I appreciate that.
Riz for $10. Finally got to catch you guys live. Just wanted to say thank you for recommending Final Fantasy XIV. It has made my quarantine so much better. Just got to Shadowbringers campaign. It's been fantastic. Dude, Shadowbringers is the shit. Heavensoot, and then Shadowbringers, Stormblood.
I'm gonna play it, but I never.
You are never gonna play that. Don't even say
I
that.
used to play World of Warcraft back in the day, but no.
you won't.
It's different now.
You won't. It's different now. You now Overwatch.
Overwatch is very good. Anyway,
Smash. Hey guys, have you heard the original Nier remake, fully redone? Music and new stuff is getting added. In for old and new fans. Says Philip. Nier, no, not Nier Automata. Original Nier.
Oh, Nier. Sorry,
I have definitely heard about that. What?
Nier.
Yeah. What did you say?
Like the Dark Souls game style.
Dark Souls game.
Am I thinking of Neo? Oh, Neo. I'm thinking of.
Oh, Neo. Yeah,
I'm
no,
thinking
no,
Neo.
no,
I'm thinking Neo.
No, the original Nier, not Neo.
I don't know what Nier is.
You know how there's Nier Automata? It wasn't the first Nier game.
Oh, I thought that was the first one.
No, there was something before that.
Okay.
So.
I knew that, guys.
Yeah, but Sam was just that.
So you see it live, you see.
That's right.
You see it live.
So, no, I have heard about that. Sam obviously has heard about that as well. Yeah. He's very excited about it. He's a big Nier fan.
Played it all the time.
He's a big Neo fan.
I actually should play it. I have not yet. I'm yet to play it.
Honestly is one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life, Nier Automata. So please go and play it. Jorg Stevenson for $2. Here's $2 to help buy a durry off someone, Sam.
Oh, thank you. They are $2
when you're at the clubs.
It's a joke.
That's
right.
right.
When you're at the clubs, kissing people, because apparently kissing is banned now in Australia at pubs and clubs when it does open. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Next.
They're taking away our freedoms. Guys, let's talk about everyone's most hated company in the video games industry. I'm talking, of course, about CD Projekt Red. Everyone hates these guys.
They're just dropping the ball.
But unfortunately, even though we hate them, they're still very successful. It really makes my blood boil. It turns out that CD Projekt Red are now the most valuable games company in Europe.
This is actually really crazy. Okay, so they've ultimately put them against Ubisoft, which was the prior.
Largest, yeah.
So it was £7.82 billion, and CD Projekt Red is now £8.01 billion. So it's just a little bit over, but it is crazy to see something like Ubisoft that has such a gigantic offering.
Yeah, for sure.
And CD Projekt Red really, at the moment at least, has a couple of stuff going on.
It has,
Witcher, of course, sure. Gwent,
Gwent is very small. Stonebreaker.
Oh, what's it called? Stone something. Something
Thronebreaker.
Thronebreaker, sorry.
Very small.
I mean, I think this is valued based on what people just...
This valuation is based on Cyberpunk hype. That's what this is.
Yeah,
so.
and it's people like, no, I want to buy this stock more. No, it's all good. I love Cyberpunk. Charge me $10 more per stock. It's all good.
They're like, I bought 2 stocks. I already have 1 stock, but I buy another one just because I wanted to support the developer.
Exactly. That's
so,
how it works.
I mean, look, it's obviously we don't understand the world of stocks, but this is a big valuation for a company that has, like, essentially one very, very successful IP in The Witcher, plus the TV show, obviously. And they actually own The Witcher IP at this point. They bought it off the author. So
what, completely?
Yeah, they bought it off him.
But they recently went to court with the dude.
Yeah, he was taking them to court, and I think they reached an agreement with him. But
they did.
Ultimately they own The Witcher. I think as well they bought Cyberpunk as well. I think they own that now as well.
But I don't know if they own the Netflix rights of that. That's a different thing entirely, right?
Well, if you own the rights to the IP, then you would own the revenue.
Well, it's like Spider-Man, Sony owns the right, to certain ways that they can use Spider-Man.
I don't know, maybe.
Whatever. What I'm saying is, if it is part of the valuation, which Netflix, they've got 7 seasons upcoming, that definitely boosts
7 seasons?
They've got 7 seasons of Witcher planned.
7?
7.
Holy
7
shit.
seasons, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
They're getting ready for it. Yeah, it's told ages ago.
Oh, damn.
Ralph's just not in the know.
They won't need to dye, what's his name, his hair by the end. It'll actually be grey.
It will be grey.
Henry Cavill,
He will die on set, and it will be a wonderful moment.
Don't say it's dark, man.
No, I mean,
it's very dark.
His character, I mean, that's
he does stunts and shit. It could actually happen, and then it'll be some H3 video about us.
A new content nuke.
There'll be the content nuke about Sam.
Only love for Henry, you know that, guys. But that's what they're doing with Witcher. And look, apart from that, as we said, you're right. I think it is based on the projections of maybe Netflix and also the Cyberpunk hype.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, and as well with Ubisoft, it's very likely that they're going to see a lot of growth over the next little while. They haven't had a major release for a long time, but they're about to release, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They've got Rainbow Six Quarantine. They've got this Gods of Monster game in the background. They've got Watch Dogs Legion, and they have one other unannounced AAA title. Plus, they also have Beyond Good and Evil in the future. Rainbow Six Siege is still going great guns in terms of the multiplayer side of things. That's a very chunky portfolio. So everyone's sort of saying like, yeah, cool. So CD Projekt Red, it's more valuable now, but gives Ubisoft some time, they'll catch up again. That's what a lot of analysts are saying.
And I think that could be correct because they've had a big hit. Like there's a lot of time they've now had to step back and go, okay, cool, how are we actually going to redirect our company and change a lot of the monetization in our games, you know? Like, maybe this valuation actually wouldn't stack up if they didn't have the horrendous...
year they had last year.
What was it called? Breakpoint. There we go. Breakpoint. If they didn't have Breakpoint, then maybe this would be a different situation. Because that was a seismic shift, I think, within Ubisoft for them to go back to the drawing board and go, okay, cool.
We haven't seen the fruits of that yet because Ubisoft have said, like, we really boned it last year with all our games. We've restructured internally. We've done this. We've done that. But we haven't seen a game come out yet. So I think Valhalla will be the test. Valhalla, they just announced that the map will be bigger than the last Assassin's Creed, by the way.
I know, yeah.
So they're saying the game will be smaller, as in, like, I think it's less filler, shorter main quest line or whatever. But the map will be bigger than Odyssey. So I felt like Odyssey's map was too large in the first place. But anyway, that's just me. So guys, let's get back to some super chats. We've got who we got here? Riz. We covered Riz. We covered Philip. Chris. He's there with 27 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much, friend. Hey, guys, love the channel. Do you think Sony still has the edge going into the next generation, or would you say Microsoft will make a comeback? I personally feel like Sony's portfolio of exclusives absolutely crushes Xboxes still, and I think that that's still the ball game at the end of the day. However, I do think Microsoft is doing some great moves with Game Pass.
Definitely. For sure. I think it's Game Pass. I think it's them being first out of the gate with xCloud, which is going to have an effect.
Yep.
And I think the amount of studios that they've acquired, I mean, in 5 years, it could be a very different story.
It could be, for sure.
You know, 360 kind of won the previous one, you know, so it only takes one generation for you to fall off the horse.
I really like their kind of like ecosystem approach where, like, they don't care if they release their games on Xbox or PC. And I really like that. As someone who plays on both, I like that choice. But at the same time, you can't argue with Sony's exclusives, man. It's just they have the exclusives. There's no question about that. And a lot of people are like, hey, just buy a PlayStation and buy a PC.
Yeah.
And then you're covered. And it's like, well, yes, that is true.
Kind of feels like PlayStation is approaching, not there yet, the Nintendo IPs, like in terms of how rock solid that...
I do agree with that, actually. They really have like made some massive inroads this year, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this generation. Colton is back. Welcome back, Colton. 89 Donkey Kong coins. Don't know if you already covered this, but have you heard about Ubisoft's new terms of service? Okay, I've seen headlines about Ubisoft's new terms of service.
I just got an email about that today.
Yeah, I haven't looked into this, so I can't speak on it, right? But I heard just the bullet points around, like, if you make content with their games, then they can claim that content. And I don't know if that relates to YouTubers or if it's like mods or if it's like whatever, I don't know. They also say that they can use your likeness if something you've made uses their game. Like, I'm just guessing here, so don't quote me on any of this, but like...
I mean, I don't you read the terms of service? I always do.
No, but like, I'm not sure if that means that if I make a video of me playing Assassin's Creed, that they can then take that video without my permission and then use it in marketing.
Like, it sounds like Blizzard now, man. It sounds like, you know, if you make anything within Blizzard's kind of engine or whatever, like they own that shit.
There's that, obviously, but I think this is more reaching that. But I don't know. Yeah. As I said, I haven't looked at it in detail. I've just looked at the bullet points. I do plan to take a good look at it because a lot of people are very upset about it. It does sound a bit weird, but that's all I can say for now.
I mean, it goes without saying that these companies could already claim a video on YouTube if they wanted to, right? Because, I mean, under copyright, strictly speaking, they do own that, right? But they don't do it. So I don't know if this terms of service being updated is for that, or it's for what you're saying, that there can be some promotional purposes that they want to have rights to.
Sure.
You know, I don't think they're going to start sweeping around YouTube just copywriting like Nintendo used to do. I don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I hope so.
And Steve Caldwell for £5, he says, guys, I love Destiny and looking for something on Xbox. Any suggestions? Love your content. Keep up the good work. Have you tried Warframe? Recommend checking out Warframe.
When's the last time you played Warframe?
A long time ago now, but you know, Warframe apparently is not in a great place either, given the community's feedback on the latest updates. But still, it's a very interesting game to check out if you're new to it and you've never done any of it before. I'm playing through Deep Rock Galactic at the moment, which I know isn't like Destiny, but it actually scratches a lot of the itches that Destiny scratches because it's like just a play it for fun kind of hobby game where it's chilled out and you can play it with friends or whatever. I really recommend Deep Rock. It's cool. Other than that, anything else? Sam's like, check out Overwatch.
Overwatch pretty cool. Smash is pretty cool.
Smash,
too.
yeah.
Ganon.
If you're a Destiny fan, you're gonna love Smash.
Yeah.
Trust me. That's
you
what
really
I'd
are.
say.
Trust me on that.
Guys, there's
they got
also...
Samus in it and stuff. You know, why not?
It's
Sure,
the same.
why
It's
not?
exactly the same. They should add a Guardian to Smash.
No, they should add Geralt.
That'll happen one day.
No,
for sure.
Thick Boy's like, no, it won't. I'm like, why wouldn't it? They got Snake in it. Like, it works. Anyway,
guys,
more super chats or back to the news?
That's all the super chats actually. So let's get back to the news.
That's it, guys. Is it? No,
Sam, you're like that Twitch streamer lady.
$5.
Guys, that they're still working on a System Shock 3 game, but now it's being owned by Tencent.
I mean, that's good news.
That's the headline.
If we scroll down the actual, everyone's extremely.
There's going to be a lot of. No one expects the Chinese acquisition.
I haven't seen that before.
That's very good.
That actually is good.
That's actually hilarious. Okay, well done, whoever this person is. What is this? American Ninja Warrior.
Nice.
So basically they are working on System Shock 3. Everyone's like, cool, it's coming. It was in sort of like development limbo for a while, and it turns out that it's still being made, but Tencent has bought it. That's the headline. That's the news.
That's it.
That's the news. Tencent bought it. So
interesting. Tencent is on a run. They've bought a bit of Afterpay. They bought
Afterpay.
They bought 5% Afterpay.
Did they? Well, before or after it bombed?
When it was at $30, and then when that came out, it went up to $42. It's at $44 now. But anyway,
right, sure.
See, I'm playing a stock game, guys.
Yeah,
I know. School me Golden Gecko. That's all good.
Exactly right.
All right, next story. G2A. Are we going to do super chat?
No, we'll do DTA.
There's
no super chats.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Stop trying to suddenly hint to the chat that you want more super chats. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. All right. So G2A. Okay, it's in the game. Now we steal your games. Now we actually covered this a few months ago. Well, maybe even a year ago now. There's a big problem on G2A. There's a huge marketplace on there, allegedly, of course, that they sell a lot of stolen keys. Now, they always came back saying, guys, we have no knowledge of this. We're here just to sell authentic, legitimate keys. Looks like first time they've actually come out and said, you know what? Maybe we kind of did know.
We did. No, they didn't. Well, they say they didn't know. They knew, by the way.
They knew.
They just were looking for someone to prove it. By the way, God in Gaming, we'll come back to you, Super Chat Man. I did miss it. Thank you very much for reminding me. The story is that they offered a bounty here, and they said, G2A, they offered to pay 10 times the value of any lost money if it could be proved that there were stolen keys that were sold on G2A. Only one developer took up the offer, and that was, how do you say it? Where is it? It's called, I forget the name. It's called like...
Gone.
Damn it, where'd it go? The makers of Factorio. I forget their name now.
Okay.
Anyway, let's keep moving while I scan through it. Only one developer took up the... Woob Studio. That's the one. Woob. Or maybe it's Woobay. I don't know. Whatever.
Software.
So they took up the Weeb software.
Weeb software.
They make very different games, okay? Can't appear on this channel.
No.
So basically, they took up the offer and, there was an audit done. And it turns out that, there were stolen keys sold. And so G2A are now giving these guys $40,000. They're making good on their promise. So... that's good that they're keeping their word. It's bad that their website is being used to sell stolen keys. There was actually a statement from G2A after this. They responded to Polygon, saying, we'd be the first to admit that in our formative years as a company, we took too long to recognize that a small number of individuals were abusing our marketplace. This is, by the way, a place that has been in business for a long time.
It had a different name before that, too.
A long time. And they have been doing this bullshit forever. So for them to be like, we just realized now that it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway, however, the criticism we received was the wake-up call we needed. By the way, the criticism they received started at least 5 years ago. I've seen... Anyway. And over the last years, we've been totally committed to tackling any incidents of fraud on our site. Today, we use some of the most sophisticated proprietary anti-fraud AI technology of any online marketplace for digital products. So, look, If they are actually coming good on it, fair enough. Only one developer took them up on the offer. Maybe that means that there's only one developer right now who actually has been affected by this, and it's not as big an issue as it was in the past.
I highly doubt that. I think it's because it's the only actual developer that took them up on it. If 40 developers walked in and going, cool, show us your books and we'll show you which ones are stolen, this would have been a much bigger problem on their hands.
Maybe, but also maybe not.
Okay, look, we have to be open to the idea that G2A has been wrongly accused, okay?
No, we can't be accused. No, that's not a possibility. These guys have been rightly accused for years. For years and years and years, everyone knows that stolen keys get stolen.
No, I mean, if we're going to put it on the interwebs, we've always got to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's what I'm saying, okay? We've got to say allegedly, okay? Because we have to give room to be innocent, but, let's be real. But I think that it's a very carefully worded statement in terms of we were too slow to recognize abuse in the marketplace.
We're sorry.
More like we were like raking in some cash and we're like, oh, well, that sucks. Well, that's cool. We'll attend to that later.
Sure.
Maybe they've just got to a stage now where it's too big that they don't want to lose it. And they're like, well, we've got other people now buying things on this marketplace and they don't no longer need, some pirating area.
I don't know. Who knows? But look, either way, if they have cleaned up their act, that is good. That is good news. I definitely welcome that. If they are going to be a player that does actually not sell stolen keys, cool. But as I said, they've had a very, very long history of issuing statements like this, where they're like, "Oh yeah, we've definitely changed. It's all good now. You can trust us, guys," and it doesn't work. So look, let's just wait and see on that one, guys. We've got God in Gaming. I'm sorry, I missed your super chat, my friends. Thank you for putting it out. $10 Canadian. I'm finally seeing this live. What the fuck? Love you guys. Also, any chance of checking out What Remains of Edith Finch? Absolute gem.
I haven't heard of that.
I have actually. It's one of those. I think it's a walking simulator. I think I actually remember playing about the first hour or so of it.
Like Monkey Island kind of thing?
I mean, no, not like that. No,
it's
like an adventure game.
Like Death Stranding. Walking simulator.
Yeah, Sam. Edith Finch is basically, it's the Death Stranding.
Of course.
But no packages.
Yeah,
okay? It's just walking. Okay? No deliveries.
I have not heard that, but maybe
I will. One day,
everyone
really loves that title. It won a lot of awards. I definitely want to come back to it one day, but yeah.
Appreciate that, everybody.
We've got, who we got
Stevie
here?
Cadwell or something?
We've got, no, that's Kitty Falcon Punch! $5. Good job on the Hunt video, Ralph. Did you ever hear the Christmas version of the menu music? It's fantastic. No, I didn't. I'm going to have to look that up now, actually. That's pretty cool. Manitow Black, $5. Here's $5 because I hit gold on Afterpay. Nice.
Oh, did you?
There you go. That's because of Sam's stock tips.
Yep.
He's like that guy.
I did look at it when it was $8. I'm like, maybe,
he's like that
maybe
guy.
I'll be Gordon Gecko. And I'm like, nah, I'm too scared. And I didn't.
Montague, $5. Star Citizen Free Fly Weekend. This ain't no vaporware, boys. It's really coming together now. Give it a go. Dude, I don't know, man. They spent like $300 million making that game and it's still not out yet after like 55 years. I'll believe it when I see it, okay? I'll believe it when I see it.
Thank you very much for the donation, but I got to be real. Whenever I see someone saying that they are looking forward to Star Citizen, for me, it's like them saying, "Have you heard the good news?"
I can't. They have the little name badge on, I'm a Star Citizen. Hello, my name is George.
It's just I can't buy into it yet unless I see a fully complete product. I'm like, okay, fine. It's like $4,000 for a spaceship.
I can't play a game where they would actually charge $4,000 or whatever for in-game stuff. I can't. What up, boys? Shout out from the Sutherland Shire. Thank you very much, James Arthur. Good to have you here, my friend. Guys, we've got an update now on The Culling, which everyone loves that game. They had a really good PR cycle recently.
Yes, they did.
They really did. So
they were like, how do we cull our actual fan base? This is how we do it. Okay, now so The Culling a few months ago. Oh, do you want me to take this? Or
Go on.
Okay, I'm going to take it.
I'll allow it.
It's my show now, boys.
Right.
Now, okay, so The Culling a few months ago, maybe 6 months ago, they came out saying that they wanted to go back to the drawing board for The Culling 2. Very personable, statement. And it was nice. We were kind of like, oh, these guys are obviously in a bit of trouble, whatever. They went back to the drawing board.
Sure.
Haven't really heard much about The Culling or the development studio in general for the last few months. They've come out a few days ago, and they're like, guys, we know what we're going to do now with our monetization strategy for going forward to keep this studio, financially stable. We're going to make you pay every time that you want to play an additional game. You can play one game a day free. If you want to play another game, you have to buy packs of tokens.
Yeah.
It's worse than a mobile game. I've never seen. When we actually watched the actual video on YouTube, I thought it was a parody. I thought he was joking.
It would look like one of those Devolver Digital press conferences where they're just roasting the industry, but not actually. It was actually real.
Yeah.
So he says, since the announcement, the one game limit has been bumped up to 10, and Director of Operations Josh Van Velde says he's embarrassed that the relaunch was unveiled with those settings. In retrospect, it was really obvious that one was not going to give us the flow of players. One free game. But you have to remember, we kind of terrified of everybody coming back, overloading the servers, costing us a ton of money and not spending anything. So we're afraid to turn that dial. I mean,
look, I think that's a really weak reason.
It's a bad line. It's a bad line.
It's like, oh, we were really scared of heaps of people playing our game. That's not a thing in gaming.
It's not a thing.
No one's like, oh man, fuck, we're about to send this game live. So many people want to play it. What are we going to do? No, it's not a thing. It's a good problem to have, for God's sakes, and that's the problem that you want. So I'm sure Fortnite isn't like, oh man, we've got 400 billion people playing.
But obviously it's not a fair comparison.
I know, but I know we're meaning a bit here.
He does talk about like the fact that when they did the free version earlier, they said, the quote here, we onboarded 1 million new players very quickly, which was overwhelming in some ways, and at the time we didn't have the visibility right away into their spending habits and everything else. It took us a while to kind of realize what the monetization looked like relative to our Amazon web server costs, but we were spending tens of thousands of dollars every month. So essentially, what he's saying here is that we tried to relaunch the game earlier, and because it was so successful, it was free to play or whatever, it blew up, and it ended up costing us a lot of money because we spent all this money on server costs, but we didn't get any money in microtransactions. So, like, I get that. I don't want to sell him short with regards to his justifications, but at the same time, it's like, dude, no, this whole thing is just so bad. Like,
it just smells of like, oh, you're trying to find an exit strategy now from making some shit decisions, and you're not really owning that it was just a bad move. Like, just, well, you're kind of owning it to an extent. But I think transparency always wins here, and it doesn't look like they're being fully transparent with what
No, I feel like he is being transparent, but I just feel like the drivers or the solutions he's bringing to the table are all the wrong solutions.
I feel like
he's like, listen, we have no money, so what we're going to do is, and we can't survive, so what we're going to do is we're going to charge you a lot of money, and it's kind of like, hang on, that's not right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. He lost me when he was trying to give me that bogus reason of why. But anyway. Doesn't really matter. Are we missing that?
Yeah. So, guys, there's we've got 10 minutes left, so we've got a few news stories to cover off. Firstly, there's a new Saints Row game coming out.
Have you played Saints Row?
I've played like 10 minutes of one Saints Row.
Yep. Thick Boy had it on 360 or whatever.
So the next Saints Row game and one other AAA release have been quietly delayed until Embracer Group's next fiscal year, which starts on April 1st, 2021 and ends on March 31st, 2022. So they'll release some games after that. But basically, there is another Saints Row in development, and it was meant to be coming out sooner. Turns out it's coming out later, likely due to the COVID, the Rona, and you can expect that. Also, though, Saints Row Remastered came out, or 3 Remastered came out like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's probably pretty good.
Okay.
I've seen some headlines that are like, this is good stuff, well done.
I'm wondering why Saints Row hasn't really got to the same popularity as like.
I think it's always just discount GTA.
It's like a comedy GTA. Well, I mean, GTA is already pretty, funny in the way,
Sure.
But I still wonder. It's still the only other contender, isn't it? I can't think of any other game that does a whole GTA experience. I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's it. Anyway, that's all I got to say on that.
Watch
subject.
Dogs tries to, sort of.
Oh, do they?
I mean, not fully like that. They've got their own spin on it. Like Watch Dogs 1
and Red Dead
2.
Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead.
Red Dead.
It's GTA with horses.
Yeah,
Didn't you know? That's the grab. So we got a few more super chats here. We've got Jesse King played Final Fantasy XIV After Stormbar based on your review. Long time fan, 30 hours into Hunt and just got positive KD. Dude, that's well done, man. I'm definitely nowhere near a positive KD after like 60 hours in that game now.
I don't know what a positive KD is.
It's positive kill death ratio.
Oh, of course.
You know all about that. You know all about that on Overwatch,
yeah,
for sure. Of course, absolutely. Too many super chats. Not enough time for news. Stream for 2 hours. That's I don't know about that one. It's possibly we actually have talked about the idea of doing 2 live shows per week. We'll do like one this day and then one on Wednesday. Let us know in the chat what you think about that.
If you guys would like to see that, let us know, because that is a possibility.
We have a good time doing these live streams. So, we're thinking maybe it's something we could do.
Like every day.
Yeah, every day.
Laymen live every day, no memes.
That's right. You guys are awesome. Cheers from Ireland, says Tiago Pinto. Thank you very much, friend. Joshua, message redacted. You obviously said something naughty, Joshua. Luke Morrissey with 10 euros. Hey guys, shout out from Ireland. First time catching you live. Thank you very much for being here, Luke.
Thank you very much, mate.
And Joshua, $5. Love the work you two. Have you ever looked back at previous videos and thought, oh damn, that didn't age well? If so, what? Love you guys.
That's a good question.
My Doom Eternal review. Everyone loved that one.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's true.
I don't take anything back from that review, by the way. I just got roasted publicly for it. All corners of the internet, but I still believe that the Marauder is shit, so that's my view, okay? That's my view.
Yeah, I don't really look at video. I mean, I look at videos that we've done, like, if I want to, look at a meme or whatever. I sometimes do that. But I don't actually have ever looked at a video and go, oh man, shit, we shouldn't have said that, No, I
haven't. We probably, if I looked back, I probably would find
content cost. I'm sure, but
H3 is working on that right now. He's doing it,
But, yeah, not really. Sometimes I go back and just look at the meme, the Avalo meme, the Bane meme.
Oh, that's the best meme.
Yeah.
That's a good meme.
Sometimes, yeah. Anyway.
One thing I'd say when I go back and look at old videos that didn't age well, I'd be like, me. I look back when I like started Laymen, I'm like, shit, man, I look so young in that. Like, what happened?
I feel like Abe Lincoln. You know those video photos of him before the president, or even Obama before his presidency. What's up with that? You know, it's all the stress of having the world on your shoulders.
Oh, exactly. We have the world on our shoulders.
Exactly.
Here,
we've got important decisions that affect the
Correct.
world.
Exactly right. We've got Proposal 13, $25. Very generous, my friend. Thank you very much.
Man. Cheers.
Cheers from Chicago, Illinois. Found you guys during the pandemic, and you've been a breath of fresh air for me. I love Chicago now,
especially
after The Last Dance.
Yes,
I love Chicago.
I actually really enjoyed
The Last Dance was the best shit I've seen in 2020. I like Tiger King. Don't get me wrong, but The Last Dance was so good. I don't even like basketball. I don't give a shit about basketball.
That's why it's so good, because it's not about basketball. It's more about the people, and anyone can tune in for that. Anyone can tune in.
So if you've got Netflix, you haven't watched The Last Dance, go and watch it, man. It is.
If you've got Netflix,
I mean,
name a single person that doesn't have either a Netflix or the parasite to someone that does have Netflix.
Yeah, that's true.
I am a parasite. Okay, I have Alicia's Netflix. Anyway.
Wow.
So that's how I watch my Netflix.
So, guys, there's the next story coming up here. Call of Duty has another game coming out this year. I know, it's big news.
What? No
I
way.
can't believe it either, but it's true. We have confirmed that they are making another Call of Duty this year. Our sources indicate, and they're never wrong. And we've also heard that it's going to be called Black Ops Cold War.
I mean, this is the thing. Black Ops Cold War, there'll be no shooting then. You'll just be sitting at a desk with a big red button. Should I? No, okay. That's right. That's 10 missions.
Correct. So, look, I actually like this idea. I really would love to see COD go full, Far Cry Blood Dragon. Just lean into, 80s kitsch and, Americana and, Dolph Lundgren versus Rocky kind of stuff. That'd be sick, okay? That'd be cool. I don't think they'd ever do that, but it would be great.
But I don't know how they're going to... I'm interested to see what they do with this. Because it will be... Yeah, I mean, I don't think... Has any other game ever done a Cold War game? I don't think it's even a thing, right?
I feel like Red Alert was kind of Cold War.
Yes.
It was that. It was. What if the Cold War was not the Cold War? It was just the hot war. The war.
The hot war.
I don't know. Otherwise, what other Cold War?
I don't think there's been another Cold War.
I actually remember seeing a headline that Call of Duty started back in the Cold War era, the 60s or whatever. And I'm like, did it though? I don't remember that, but I don't remember. I don't remember the original Call of Duty. Yeah. So it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, guys. You can expect another Call of Duty game, and it will come out and it will have things to shoot.
With the main mission being no Russians.
Nice, Sam. Nice. Love the Layman says Adam Williams, for $5. Thank you very much, friend. Guys, Tony Hawk is coming back, and the good news is they're upgrading it with microtransactions.
Yes.
Maybe. Okay, we don't want to clickbait too hard. So they've said Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 will launch with no microtransactions, but it may add them later.
I don't know what that means, but it may mean that hey, do you want to buy this skateboard back or some, wheels? Then pay us $40. I hope it's not that. Maybe it's going to be, we want a new map that we want to show you, and we've given you a full product, and they want to monetize it with DLC. Then I think that may be acceptable. I mean,
they look active. This is Activision, obviously. So you can expect some microtransactions. They did this with Crash Team Racing recently, where they released the game and then they added microtransactions later. And it's all right, well, I don't know about that, but whatever. I didn't look into the detail. If they add new content to this game, that's meaningful content that they make post-release, and it's as you said, new maps and whatever else, I'm all right, fair enough, I get it. But if it's just we're adding new skins that you need to pay for, new wrinkles for Tony's face, then that's not good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you might have to pay for young Tony, and this is what brings us to the next thing. Now, Tony
nice segue, Sam. Very nice segue.
Thank you very much. That was good.
And the link is broken. Wow, the one time I click across without, now it's working.
So Tony Hawk Pro Skater remasters will feature aged skaters. Interesting. I want to know what those special moves are going to be like. Swollen prostate.
That's right.
It's going to be pretty cool though to see that they're actually going to own the fact that these guys are older now.
Sure, I love that. It's cool.
I like. Maybe they'll do. Maybe two skins. You can be young Tony, and you can do the 900. And if you're the old Tony, you just can't get on the board.
Bro, I just watched a video. I'm not sure if it was filmed recently or if it was from a few years ago, but the headline was Tony Hawk at age I don't know, 47 or 57, however old he is now, he landed the 900. I watched him do it.
Dude, honestly, this is the age of
what
like,
a machine.
old people can still do it. Mike Tyson, all right? He's
Yeah.
like, I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that Tony could still skate. For sure.
Man, I watched this video. I was like, I can't believe that.
Yeah,
and then he just like rips off his pads. He's like, I'm the fucking boss.
Yeah.
I'm old, but I still got it, baby. You know.
Yeah. He's the Mike Tyson of skateboarding, actually.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Muhammad Ali. I don't know which one you want to go
Nice,
with. But
nice, Sam. So,
interesting
look-
to see that, and that's coming out September 4th, I think.
Yes. So look, one last story to finish up, guys. We're finishing with some good news, and that is, it looks like Xbox Series X units are in production. No delays on 2020 launch. Now, this is still listed as rumor. However, there was an interview with a French representative of Xbox. He's the director of Xbox in France, and he's basically saying that yes, a lot of work to launch consoles like because basically this person asked, is the production of the consoles already underway? Is she in the factories? I love how they say she, because an interview in French and everything has a gender in
Of course
French,
it does.
you know what I mean? Like, this table is a woman.
Yeah.
This lamp, you know. Ina Gelbert, oh yes, it's a lot of work to launch consoles like that, given the number of components, etc. The lines to be set up in factories, there's a lot of work to do. So he gives very clear indication at this point that, yes, things are still on track to have Xbox Series X releasing this year. No delays. He did talk about shortages, though, and he did say that it might be tough. He did say that he's fighting to get as many units into France as possible, because France is best. But, you know, whether or not that translates to us getting some in Australia, I don't know. That's the question.
It just feels like any technology trickles down to Australia, like, you know, good
5
internet.
years later.
Or streaming services. Or consoles, probably in general. Look, it's who knows if they're actually going to be able to deliver this at Christmas time, right? This is probably why we haven't heard anything from PlayStation regarding to an actual solidified date that they want to actually release this. Because it's a safe strategy right now to maybe let the next 4 to 8 weeks pan out and see what's going on in the States and whatever.
Sure.
Then they can be like, okay, cool, this is when we actually know that we can project these consoles to come out. But look, they're still on track, and Xbox kind of did have to say something regarding this, because they have been so on the front foot of talking about all the features and all the stuff and the release date and the games and whatever. So it's no surprise that they've wanted to double down on when the release date actually is.
Sony's silence right now is deafening, man. It's like
where are they, dude?
They just put out a statement recently being like, we're going to reveal a strong lineup of PS5 games soon. And it's like, dude, what?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
it's
come on, man.
now.
It's like, it's June and your console comes out at the end of the year. Give us some news.
Yeah. Unless they have their own thing planned around E3 time, we've already seen, was it E3? Sorry, was it EA that's already said they're doing a digital event in the same week?
They're all doing digital events around that period.
Yeah, well, I don't know if a lot of other publishers have confirmed the exact dates, but I'm guessing Sony's going to have something around that date. And look, if we don't hear anything then, I'd be like, dude, they can't find the source code. Like, they've lost it or something. They don't know what the hell they're going to do with the PlayStation 5. But I'm sure June will be the day.
So we've got K-Muck says, GTA Online has ripped off a lot of Saints Row lately. Mafia series is another good GTA clone. Forgot about that, yes. And I'm actually looking forward to Mafia 1 Definitive. Mafia 2 Definitive was apparently pretty crap. But Mafia 1 is like a complete remake. And it's looking really nice. So I'm actually, and I haven't played any of the Mafia games. I plan to check those out. Stadia has been great for me. Why do you hate it so much? $2, Ellison193. My friend, I'm very glad that it's been good for you. Very, very pleased. Here in Australia, we can't
play it.
We don't have it. We don't have the internet.
Exactly. And the gigantic avalanche of people that have had horrendous problems with it makes a lot of people, including us, very cautious
for sure
about this becoming an exclusive platform for games, and number two, a place in general that makes you pay full price for games, and then so many people are having a terrible experience. But it's good that you're having a good experience.
Very pleased. Levi Webb for $5. Have half a beer on me, lads. Love your work. Thank you very much, my friend.
$5 can get you a MIDI.
It can get you a MIDI, that's right.
Can it these days? I don't know.
I don't even know anymore.
I haven't gone to a pub now in a few months, everybody, as you guys know.
So guys, that's the news for the week. That's Laymen Live. Thank you very much for being here. We'll be live again. We saw that people were interested in the whole, 2 shows a week thing. We'll check it out. We'll test the waters. Sam just asked the question but didn't read the chat.
I was delivering. Okay, I was delivering the monologue.
Nice. So guys, we'll keep you posted on that. Other than that, enjoy the week. This week we're going to be playing through Crucible. There's Maneater as well, which we'll check out.
Yep, cool.
And probably some other game. And Cyberpunk as well. I forgot about
and
that.
Knack 3. Alright guys,
nice.
Laymen out!
Show them some leg before the stream ends.
Yeah.
That's alright. There it is. That's it.
Guys.